Hey, yo, this is the CE show, man. This is the first time we are now officially in Las Vegas, man. We here, man. And like I said, like I've been telling y'all from the start, if y'all been looking, we gon' grind. We gon' grind. We gon' grind. We still ain't put nothing out yet. Shout out to my team. The team's going, you know what I'm saying? We about to, y'all about to see something in a minute. This is October 25th, 2025 weekend, ComplexCon. We're here for ComplexCon. We'll be talking about that. We came and seen our coach, boxing coach Coach Bebop, for the first time. We'll talk about that a little bit, and then also the podcast experience and what we've been learning in Vegas. Co-host Drew Evans in the building, man. What it is.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Drew Evans, host of the Differential Vodcast and certified glue guy. I'm gonna have a Swiss shirt soon. Y'all gonna know what that is. But recently, me and my brother and my sister, we recently just traveled to the beautiful city of Las Vegas, and we got a few things to talk about, things we've done, things we've experienced, things we've went through, and things we've learned, and a whole bunch of things that we got prompted from my brother. So let's get into that.
Number one, we're gonna first start with this segment on what does Las Vegas teach you, and then we can go all around on what we do and how Las Vegas is created. There is the Caesars Employment Center. I don't know exactly what goes on in there. They have all the buildings on the side, but just to look at the infrastructure of just working in Vegas, Las Vegas, you know what I'm saying, and being able to, if you're running the games, if you're even taxis, like everything's a business, and this city doesn't sleep. So, I mean, that's from my perspective. Drew, from your perspective, coming to Vegas, was this your second time?
Yeah, it's my second time in Las Vegas. It's my first time being this old. You know, I was a younger guy coming to Vegas, but just being around something that it really is showing me that there's an opportunity everywhere. Literally, there's an opportunity everywhere. If you're good at something you can do, you can get noticed for something out here. And it's crazy. I'm like, yo, like, I've seen that same. We were driving in the car, and you said, I've seen the same poster and the same billboard like 6 times. I can tell you what he looked like on the poster. I said, ain't no way you've seen it that much. Then I just started looking out the window. I'm like, oh my God, like, you're right. Like, literally everything's being marketed. We went to go see with Jabberwockies last night, and like everything is a market. Everything is an opportunity to showcase something. The Jabberwockies got low key. I don't know if it's low key. I'm gonna fact check this, but they're low key sponsored by Puma. They had Puma jumpsuits on, and they were doing their dance. They're doing their dances in Puma shoes. By the way, amazing show. I love the Jabberwockies now. I mean, I didn't know who they were. I knew one time in the 2007 All-Star game when Shaq was on the Suns, he walked out the Jabberwockies and he was like pump it, yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and that's where the ABDC crew and combining that with NBA All-Star Weekend and Shaq and different things like that. Yeah, man, Las Vegas is crazy. You got anything else you want to add as far as just like from the business element that you've seen?
Just like it's a lot. We went to ComplexCon, and oh man, that's just a whole nother layer. That's a whole nother cake on top of the cake of what Las Vegas is, Paul. Something that I identified at ComplexCon is like, wow, these are vendors coming from all over because they got a spot at ComplexCon. Of course, probably what being a vendor looks like at ComplexCon is probably just applying and like throwing your brand out there to the people accepting the vendors. But bro, like, getting there must be a real big like milestone moment for yourself in terms of creating clothes or being a vendor or being any kind of creative, pushing anything out. What ComplexCon is, we got the VIP badge yesterday. Shout out to Brittany.
Hey man, shout out to, this is the best quote, man. Didn't know what it was at the beginning, then I just was quiet and just learned, and over time I figured out the squeakiest wheel gets the oil.
Talk to me nice.
The squeakiest wheel, those are some wise words. Wise words. So that's what we learned down here. Just speaking on ComplexCon, man, they just being able to see like all the vendor setups and just seeing the vendors go in depth. Like some of these exhibits, like these guys are going in depth. Like there was an exhibit, we first walked in, I think it was a Toyota.
Yeah, Toyota.
When it had like the Mortal Kombat setup. Like I just think that just like those old retro and 2000 like GameCube stuff, I just like that stuff. So
And that kind of stuff's always going to stand out to me. And you got to think like, and then just turning it to business and looking at it from a business side. That's like amazing creative direction.
Absolutely.
And that's eye catching. Really, the exhibit is really, or the exhibit, their vendor stand is really just who's the most creative, who can get the most walk ups. I feel like they're like counting that stuff, like who can get the most walk ups and stuff. The other day at ComplexCon, Echo, they had an influencer. They had an influencer at their stand, like that got him a lot of walk ups and a lot of traction. Like it was his brand, not his brand, but like his sponsorship, and like his name was on that, and that got him a lot of traction, and I got that brand like a lot of, I'm sure a lot of buys and stuff like that. So I'd say like it's essentially a race. Like essentially, it's a race to like who can get the most people to walk up, because depending on turnaround, like if you're getting this many people to walk up, this amount's buying. I remember we walked by a stand, their stuff was sold out. They had to go get more more supplies to refill their stand. Like that's crazy to me. So that's why it's just crazy looking at it from a business side, and that's what I get from being around you, is looking at things not just from being the consumer side. I got to look at it from the marketing side, the business side, the analytical side. That's what I'd say I'd get from you, and that's something else I learned from here. Just I can't look at anything and everything as a consumer, because I'm looking at it as a consumer. I'm just everybody else
in the
rat race.
In the rat race.
He says rat race a lot.
Hey.
Can you please wait before we go on? Can you please tell me what the rat race is?
Man, it's hard to explain, man, because if you're in it, you don't know that you're in it. But if you're seeing someone in it and you're watching them in it, they just don't know that they're in it. So the goal is to get them out of there so that they can understand. That's what it is.
And then looking at them, or just like seeing it, like seeing that perspective, seeing the rat race and like seeing what they're talking about, I'm like, wait, like you're right. I'm like, and that's like, it's kind of terrifying. If not terrifying, but it's like, oh man, like that's what it is. Like that's for real what it is, and like this is what they're gonna be doing until like they retire. You feel me? And have like live a happy life. You feel me? Like that's a happy life to them. You feel me? Not like, of course that's what a happy life is to you, but like I don't see that like me thriving and like dying by that. We're getting a bit off track from
Absolutely.
Vegas. So please carry us on.
Absolutely. Just that was the segment where we were just talking about what Vegas teaches you, you know what I'm saying? Just coming from Drew's perspective, coming from my perspective. This next segment, we're going to talk about how you recharge, but you continue to hustle. You know, I just retired from the NFL officially, and the biggest thing that I do when we travel around the world is we make sure that we're still hustling when we're doing it. We're still connecting. We're still communicating. We're still getting to know ourselves better and be better at anything and everything that we're doing, because it's not a vacation. Let's talk about vacation. Drew, let's go back as far as you want to go back on what a vacation was that you got introduced to.
Vacation. Man, vacation was going out of town with my people to Florida every year, same place, and we just kicking it, going to do the same stuff, go-karts and all that. I can't lie, that, like, for what it was and, like, how I experienced it, bro, that was the life. Like, bro, every year I know that 1 week of the year when my brother ain't doing nothing at football, I know we going to be at great times on a go-karts, though. For me, that's just one thing that I always look forward to, and that's something I'd, like, yeah, you know, like I really, really always looked forward to doing that kind of stuff, because it was like, this is a getaway, you know, summer, like always like for the IHSSA, Indiana High School Sports Association, there's something called Moratorium Week. I'm sure everybody across the country, it's called something else, but that week of 4th of July, you get off. So for us, we're doing something. We're out of town. We're out of the way. We're not just sitting in the crib not doing nothing. You feel me? So we're out of the way going to do something. So that week, I always look forward to that week, because I always expected something to come from that week, you know. As I moved out and got out of the house and started being around my siblings more, I started realizing that, like, it don't gotta be, it's never a vacation. It's just a change of scenery. Stay with me.
Absolutely.
Stay with me. Stay with me.
He's spitting here.
It's just a change of scenery. Ain't nothing gonna change. Not a thing in the world. is going to change. I remember going to Atlanta, Georgia in 2024. Um, we the day before I was coaching a football tournament. Then the next day, like literally that night, my brother said, "Yo, you want to go to Georgia?" And I'm like, "Sure." So then I got up, packed everything, very rushed. I was extremely rushed, but did that ever stop a thing? No, because I
Absolutely.
wanted to travel. My brother, my brother and Brittany, we traveled. We went to Atlanta, Georgia. I forgot for what, but I remember I forgot. I got a lot of free time that time, and I'm realizing like they're actually like out working. They're doing stuff where I can't even be along, and I'm looking at this like it's a vacation. No, they're here to make bread, move business, move something, move some kind of weight. I'm like, dang, I'm just a bump on the log, just not doing nothing. Feel me? So I'm thinking I gotta add some kind of value, like any kind of value. As I started getting older, like I started thinking like I gotta I gotta add some kind of value to this whole process. So that's why I'm kind of getting to the role I am right now with me majoring in marketing. I feel like I'm adding to his team and what he does and like helping him paint his picture, make his brand. So like just kind of like getting back to vacation, man. It ain't never vacation. It's just a change of scenery. Now listen to what he got to say. I bet he gets some.
Absolutely, man. And what I learned is vacation. There's no vacation, like you said, change of scenery. The biggest thing is like with the podcast scenario, we're in Las Vegas shooting our podcast. You know? I mean, it don't stop, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we continue to grind, we continue to fight, and we're gonna go into what we learned with Coach Bebop. We'll be able to have him on the next time. So when you guys see us next, we'll be able to interview him, get to know him better. But Drew, just talk about just that whole experience and just leading up. All that was ChatGPT. Give me the top
Oh,
top boxing gyms in the area. He was actually the third on that list, but he was the one who responded. See what I'm saying? So that's your standard operating procedure on when you travel. Now, if it's vacation, enjoy your vacation. You know, because
it ain't vacation.
or you enjoy your vacation. But if it's something, all right, bet I'm going into this city that I've been in before. Let me be strategic and start learning different things and start learning different people. And then he responded. We showed up. So talk about Coach Bebop's experience from as soon as we hit the door and till we left.
So leading up to this, for about 12 weeks, if you keep up with my brother's Instagram, or up until this time, if you've kept up with my brother's Instagram, you know every week he's boxing. Up until this point, October 27th, 2025, he's 12 weeks in, and about, I'd say, 6 of those weeks I've been along for them, right? So my brothers and I have been boxing. Our guy, Coach Devin from Triumph Boxing on the north side of Indy, he's been coaching us and giving us the real basics, like going through stuff 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all that stuff. He's been giving us all that stuff, like the small stuff, like the little, the basics, the real bare bones basics, right? We've been progressing, we've been sparring. Shout out to Coach Chris. Shout out to Coach Chris at the Stable Muncie, the boxing gym. Shout out to Jerry. That's my guy. Good luck on your fight, bro. But we've been really going through the basics and stuff like that, light sparring and things of that manner. And so, I'm really going into this thinking more basics, hand punches, like the handbags and all that stuff, the normal stuff, right? Expecting all that. Then we walk in there, like I'm expecting a smaller gym, My expectations were walking into a smalling boxing gym, like what Triumph is. Then I walk in, I'm like, whoa, I look, and the vibe is automatically different. Automatically different. The overall color scheme of, what was the place called? Do you remember?
Impact
Training Gym.
Center,
Oh
yeah.
my gosh. I walk in, automatically I get black and red. Primary black, everything else is red. Like the punching bags are black. The boxing ring is black. All the racks and the benching, it's black and red. So, that's clear and obvious branding. They know what vibe they're going for, and they nailed it. So I walk in, we're walking in, I'm like, whoa, like this is serious. They got the older ladies doing sled pushes. I'm like, yo, that's some serious business. I hate sled pushes, right? But they doing it, right? So I'm like, dang, right? So now I walk up, Then Coach B, I'm gonna call him Coach B. Coach B walk him like, oh. I mean, I wasn't expecting that. I know I saw him on Instagram. I just expected him to be a bit taller. Saw him and shook his hand, Drew, and we started talking about our journey and stuff. My brother said he retired. I told him I'm a football player, all that stuff. We're talking and stuff, and then I'm like, yeah, you feel me? So then I go to the link my brother sent me in a group chat when we were on our way up here. It was his Instagram. It was Coach B's Instagram. I open it. There's a picture of Coach B and Floyd Mayweather on his pin, like his pinned on his profile. And I said, I don't think you saw me look at you, but I was like, dang, you feel me? Like, this is real. You feel me? Like, this is the real deal right here. Floyd Mayweather punched his hands, and now I'm about to punch his hands. I'm like, okay, like, he probably did this to a million other people, but Floyd Mayweather, like, you know who Floyd Mayweather?
Spit it out.
You know who Floyd Mayweather is? Bro,
Absolutely.
That's crazy. So I'm like, oh, like, he the real deal. So, we get into training and stuff, I'm like, he gives us some gloves. He gives us some wraps to keep. I'm going to use them. That's that East Coast wrap, that West Coast wrap.
Wow.
So we're going and stuff. I'm like, it's just the pace, even just learning our first session, the basics, it's so fast paced. We're going really fast. Like, he's teaching us just overall the punches and like how he's teaching us to throw. Like, my stance really changed a lot. He told me to like slant my shoulders because if I give a bigger base, I'm easier to get punched in my stomach. That stuff's crazy to me. And just seeing how much like the contrast in training, and like he said that Las Vegas is the mecca of boxing. And he really said that. I'm like, well, dang, every big bout is in Vegas. Like, he's right. So that's why I'm like, dang, like, he do got a point. And then like we're going, it was crazy. The pace was crazy. The punches were crazy. I feel like I got a lot. I learned more that boxing is a shifting of power and distributing power throughout your body to land or be more powerful. And defending, it's crazy. I learned a lot.
For sure. And you'll see me on the Instagram using the white gloves with the shoelace on it. Drew got some content of himself too, but when we get those are the 10 ounce. If we was actually horsehair Everlast, and I'm in there like, whew. So I was hitting the bags, man. I was feeling good, man. I was feeling real. I don't know what it was. It was the environment. Like, there's 12 guys behind us, all rotating in and sparring with each other. You know what I'm saying, with headgear and different things like that. Like you said, the ladies was going up and down with the sleds and stuff like that, man. And
then something that really made me wow. Like, this, like, they're really training. Like, they really, like, going at it. This guy, like, had his daughter, like, on the side of the ring watching him box. And I'm like, wow, like, it gets serious. Like, that really made me say, like, whoa, like, it gets serious out here, for real. So that's what really made me, like, oh, like, dang, like, that's crazy, So.
But mentally, I'm going to just drop this bar right here for the mentally, and my whole philosophy on what I'm building and why I do things is exposure leads to expansion, right? So being exposed to an atmosphere like that and being exposed to different boxers and being able to do that, it's going to now expand our thought process and expand like what we even think about ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Because even that, we had to go another level. You know what I'm saying? That brought another thing out of us. So once we go back to Indy and we're training, we got to have that same type of level. You know what I'm saying? Rather whoever's in the gym, rather the Muslim boxing clubs in the gym or whatever, like, we still got to be able to have that mentality. We got to still be able to have that mentality just to be able to do that. So that's just, shout out to them, though. Shout out to them. Hey, yo, this is the CE Show, man. We're wrapping this episode up, man. Thanks for watching, man. Thanks for listening. Drew's going to give us the recap, but go ahead.
So, of course, we went over what we learned in Vegas, how things are different in Vegas, how, like, there's opportunities everywhere, what we learned. The biggest thing we took from this trip, boxing, we went over that and talked through that. Coach B, shout out to him, Floyd Mayweather, and shout out to Devin and Trying Boxing. And, yeah, that's really all we went over. Please do not forget to follow us. Our Instagram is _CE_show, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.